Hey, what's up? This is your man Henry Billingsley, and I am excited to put together this quick video on what I call the $409,600,000 secret. And I promise you that what I'm going to reveal, illuminate, and simplify here will be unlike anything your parents, teachers, preachers, and financial experts have told you about creating financial wealth. And this is because the nature of this secret is precise, perfect, and immutable, and when continuously applied, generates unlimited amounts of money, or as this chart illustrates, turns $50,000 into at least $409,600,000 from the financial markets within 13 investments without ever incurring a single loss in capital and regardless of the economy. So if you are a lover of truth, and you are in any way concerned about your financial survival in these uncertain times, and you want to financially break through this year to where your money is working for you as a servant instead of you working for your money as a slave, then make sure you watch this video in its entirety, because at the end I am going to reveal how you can receive free money that you can use to build financial wealth risk-free. So with that said, let's go behind the veil and look at the $409,600,000 secret. Now, the name of this secret is called iGod, and is in part an acronym for the following three Hebrew words: Dabar, which means wisdom; Oz, which means strength; and Gomer, which means beauty. And this secret is based on an esoteric concept known as apotheosis, which in Greek means to be deified or to be made into a god, a supreme being, or a perfected man or woman. So iGod from the start is about creating wealth from the financial markets from a sovereign or godly position through the attributes of wisdom, strength, and beauty. Furthermore, iGod is precise and perfect in creating unlimited financial wealth because it is based on a peculiar mathematical formula: 4 plus 3 equals 7. Now, this formula describes the esoteric concept of universal oneness that postulates that everything in the universe is one and connected. The number 3 refers to the third dimension, which is the masculine expression of the divine feminine or reproductive or formative principle, and governs all persons, places, and things visible to the physical senses in the universe. The number 4 identifies the fourth dimension, which is the feminine expression of the divine masculine or causative or activating principle, and governs the thoughts, intelligence, spirit, or ruling disposition visible to the spiritual senses behind every person, place, or thing. The number 7, which esoterically means completion, light, beauty, life, harmony, perfection, love, divinity, God, and mastery, represents the harmonizing or the intercourse of the fourth dimension and the third dimension, making it the cause of all existence, yet separate from its creation. Now, before you dismiss this mathematical formula in iGod as some arbitrary calculation, keep in mind that this formula reflects the dual nature of man, in that he is the combination of both third dimension or flesh and fourth dimension or spirit. And when these two symbols for heaven and earth touch and agree at the gateway of the fourth dimension, also known as the fourth chakra, located in the money-colored heart center of man's sevenfold spiritual energy economy, they form to create the soul or the gateway to the kingdom of heaven within man. So what you know so far is that iGod is not based on conventional investment wisdom and the traditions of man, but on a pre-existing blueprint within man that is made after the image of the source of unlimited financial wealth. Because this blueprint, which is a reflection of the one, is pre-existing and the universe is perfect and complete, then it follows that your wealth is not somewhere out there to be worked or toiled for, but is a matter of harmonizing with the source of unlimited financial wealth. But here's what your financial experts, teachers, and preachers have concealed from you. Now, in order to have good success in having financial wealth, you must be in a harmony with a geometric metaphysical structure known as a fourth dimension cube. And this form has been concealed from you as the legendary Holy Grail. Now, this cube, which resembles the New Jerusalem spoken of in the book of Revelation and resembles the Kaaba that Muslims venerate, represents the marriage or the Ark of Covenant of the fourth and third dimensions, reflecting universal oneness in matter. Now, the significance of this form is that each side of this fourth dimension cube can be made into individual smaller cubes. And when you arrange these individual cubes according to the integrity of the larger cube, it resembles a cross. This cross, symbolizing the tree of life, identifies the spark of divinity incarnated in flesh, or better known as the only begotten Son of God. So when the Christ said, "I am the way, the truth, and the light," or when he says that no man may come to the Father but by through me, he is saying that this blueprint, which identifies the anointed office that has money under its dominion, is all-knowing, all-powerful, and all-present in those matters concerning money, and is the only form that will guide you back to the Father, which art in the kingdom of heaven, where your treasures are held in earthen vessels. Now, this fourth dimension blueprint, identifying the highest power in the universe, which is love, or oneness between the fourth dimension and the third dimension, is the light and reality of all existence, including the financial markets and money. And to create wealth or to seek to be made whole financially without acknowledging the soul or the divine within form, or the sacred marriage of the divine masculine and feminine principles, is to worship the flesh, or the third dimension. The third dimension, which is the dominion of man's intellect and seeks to build wealth on the conventional wisdom and traditions of man, is the lesser or bent light, and is a distortion of reality. And the ruling disposition of this light governs the killing, hustling, pimping, stealing, and destruction of wealth. However, when you take up this cross, so to speak, or follow this divine blueprint, you become that which you follow, achieving apotheosis, becoming a son or a daughter of the God of increase, emanating the godly attribute of wisdom, or the capacity to discern those investments that reflect the universal one's will to express himself in man's mundane financial world, according to his purpose, and emanating the godly attribute of strength, or the confidence to move and have your being in man's financial world and yet not be of it. And lastly, emanating the godly attribute of beauty, or living with grace, opulence, and favor as a result of having your steps ordered in this chaotic financial world, reflecting the universal one that is greater in you than he that is in the world. And this right here is what makes iGod the greatest wealth secret ever. And what I told you so far is just a fraction of this secret. So here's the deal. If you are deeply enriched by what you've seen and heard so far, and you want to know more in detail just how the Heavenly Father expresses himself within the financial markets so that you may have the fullness of life thereof, then I invite you to enter your name and email address below to get the rest of this most profound secret. And as a bonus, because my goal is to encourage you and others to seek first the kingdom of heaven within in your desire for wealth, I put together a contest called the $409,600,000 secret, where the person who gets the most points for referring the most people to this video by March 29th, 2013, I will give that person, hopefully you, $1,000 and your choice of either a brand new Apple iPhone, iPad, or a MacBook Pro. And this is my way of saying thank you. But I'm going to do you one even better. Through this contest, I'm promoting the launching of my brand new limited edition iGod Millionaire Report that is set to debut April 1st, 2013. Now, this is the first ever newsletter alert service that gives you the opportunity to create financial wealth through the buying and selling of those investments on Wall Street and in the global markets that adhere to the fourth dimension blueprint. And this service is the first to come with a 100% money-back performance guarantee on the price of this report if, for any reason, any investment I showcase fails to be profitable. Now, if you're interested in building financial wealth, but you are of the belief that it takes money to make money, what I'm also doing is setting aside 10%, or my tithe, if you will, from the price of each report sold. And in addition to the $1,000 and your choice of prize I already mentioned, I am going to give you this additional money. And again, this is my way of saying thank you. So if you are ready to elevate your financial game this year, simply fill in your name and email address below, refer as many people through your link, get the most points, and win. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I bid you peace and prosperity in this new year.